Welcome to the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Beginner's Guide to Exploration. The purpose of this video is to provide some helpful advice for those of you who want to make the most of the side content in the game, but may also want to avoid lists or spoilers and would rather discover the world on your own. If you're looking for a complete guide to all NPCs, heart-to-hearts, quests, or anything else, the Xenoblade Wiki is a great resource. It's got a lot of information for whenever you're stuck, or if you're just a completionist who wants to make sure you don't miss out on anything as you play through the game. I've included a link to it in the description. Before we begin, I want to thank Nyarlathotep and Abarax from the Xenoblade Discord for looking over my video and making sure all the information is accurate. Thanks. With that out of the way, here we go. When trying to complete the map for an area, you only have to visit each landmark and location to finish the map. Once you find all the landmarks and locations, including the secret areas, any leftover sections of the map will fill in automatically. When you want to fast travel, press Y to open the map. If you want to travel to a different area, press B to access all the areas available. If you want to close the map without having to go through the area selection, press X. Checking the fast travel map is a good way to find quest objectives and hop over to them. Just remember, you can only view markers for the area you are currently in. If you want to view quest markers for a different area, you will have to travel to that area first. Each area in the game has its own affinity level, which basically represents your reputation in the area. As you talk to residents and complete quests, you will slowly raise your affinity with that area. As you raise your affinity with an area, the residents of that area will have more valuable items to trade, some of which are needed in order to finish late game quests. Higher affinity with an area will also unlock more quests, some of which have rare items or equipment as rewards. Talking to named NPCs can unlock new connections on the affinity chart, or even unlock new quests with other NPCs. Talking to the same person at different times of the day can reveal different dialogue. Each character has 2 different lines of dialogue at any given time, so make sure to talk to them twice each time. When trading, it is possible to overtrade with someone to get an additional item. Sometimes, these items are extra rare or valuable. In order to overtrade, you'll need to trade away an item of significantly higher value than the one you are receiving. If the item you give away has a high enough value, you receive the bonus item in exchange.
I see.
An easy way to check if an NPC is worth talking to is just to look at your minimap on the top right corner of the screen. Named NPCs will appear as green dots on the map.
Who's this?
You can raise affinity with your party members as well. Higher party affinity unlocks new heart-to-heart cutscenes you can view, improves your gem crafting ability, and increases the number of skill links available to you in the skills menu. Higher affinity can help you in combat as well. The higher the affinity between any 2 characters, the higher a chance you'll have of being able to keep a chain attack going past the initial 3 turns.
getting hotter. Not so fast.
Got it.
Here are some ways you can raise your affinity with the party.
This is a good pace. How do you like that?
When receiving a quest, certain party members may have different lines to add to the conversation. Having these characters active in your party will give you a chance to raise affinity.
How's it going?
Heart to hearts can raise your affinity as well. Picking the correct dialogue options will maximize your affinity gain. You can give gifts to party members to raise affinity. Every character has different likes and dislikes. Giving party members an item they don't like can lower your affinity. So pay attention to their reaction as you give them the gift. How much a character likes or dislikes the item will be recorded. As a result, gifting gets a bit easier as you send more items between your party members. There's lots of opportunities to raise affinity during combat. Helping out a character, encouraging them, or reviving them will all raise affinity. Hitting your B prompts for burst affinity helps a lot too. Try to time your button press to right when your ring hits the outer edge of the circle for 3 times the affinity gain. That's about it for this one. If you found this video helpful, or didn't, please leave a comment. I'm very new at this and I appreciate any feedback. Also, check me out on twitch.tv/ulrirashow, where I'm currently streaming Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, as well as the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color. See you next time!